Okay, it's a new season, fresh start, but by no means a clean slate when it comes to development. We're always pushing forwards, and hopefully when you get out there this weekend, you'll be able to feel the progress we've made over the last 12 months. I won't wish you good luck, just good hunting. Go show them how it's done.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. Many of the drivers have commented on the challenge posed by the high-speed direction changes around this circuit, but you still need to be quick in a straight line. Is that a fair layman's appraisal?
Drivers are going to need a nicely balanced car to be fast here. They'll need to get the most out of the medium and high-speed corners, which will push them to run more downforce. But in turn, this slows the car down on the straights. It's a tricky balancing act.
Nice job.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into... Do you feel that you don't need to practice?
Great! Well, that's everything.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
New drivers, new cars, and a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that hosts the first round of a 21 race championship, taking us from here in Melbourne, Australia, across the globe before we eventually reach the season finale at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. I'm joined today in the commentary box, as I will be throughout this season, by a great racing driver, former F1 competitor, man who was world champion once upon a time as well, and an all-round top chap. It's the one and only Anthony Davidson. And tell me, here we are, first Grand Prix of the season, the first time racing these cars. So what are the big questions that need to be answered here, in your view?
First of all, Crofty, and thanks for the glowing introduction, I just want to say it's a real privilege to be here, and I can't wait to see what this competitive field has in store for us this season. Now, to answer your question, obviously there's the question of performance in race trim, but really this is going to be all about reliability. It's the first Grand Prix of the season, don't forget. You're pushing all your new components to their limits. Formula One cars are full of very sophisticated but also very sensitive technology. So the most important thing today is to get to the end of the race, keep everything in good condition and try to stay out of trouble while you're at it.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Max Verstappen and Perez, Turner, Bottas, Leclerc and Esteban Ocon, Hülkenberg, Alonso, Kevin Magnussen and Ericsson, Grosjean, Sainz, Stoffel van Dorn and Lance Stroll, Hartley and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
You qualified higher than we were expecting, so see if you can keep this position in the race. Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap. Radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs. The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Brilliant. Nice move. In this lap, push now. Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment. Box, box, box. Go now. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. Brendan's in for his stop. We're leading our teammate by 1.8 seconds. Okay, car ahead is now running the Super Soft tyre. That's the Super Soft on the car ahead. Okay, gap to leader, 8.3 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 4.6 seconds. Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy. Okay, gap ahead is 5.8 seconds. We have excess fuel weighing us down. Set the fuel mix to mode 3. Let's push. Gap to teammate behind is 30.4 seconds. The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Our gap to first place is 12.3 seconds. Some information on Vettel. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their... There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. Gap to car in front is 8.7 seconds. Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment. Okay, clear. Nice work, you did well today. I think the boss will be happy with that one.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Daniel Ricciardo takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to say Carlos Sainz. It was probably...
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today? You must be happy with the result today. Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
Appreciate your time.